You're listening to Abruptly with Preeti. Happily asocial. Can prolonged isolation create anxiety about moving out of the cocoon? The moment Shweta's eyes caught the clock, the time started adding pressure on her, and its effect was felt by her badly entwined hair knots while she was trying to detangle them. She wasn't able to take the shooting pain each time her hair strands were getting pulled. She threw the hairbrush, making a peace with the bun. Just before she could change into something more presentable, a text announcing the cancellation of the Zoom office meet saved the day. She heaved a sigh of relief to know that the latest upcoming software details would now be discussed over emails. While fixing a cup of coffee, it occurred to Shweta that it had been over 4 months since she has interacted with anyone, barring a few online meetings for work. It was a startling revelation for Shweta about how she has attuned herself to social distancing, bereft of any human communication. Shweta wasn't ever the talker type, but her career in IT had taught her the nuances of being social and more interactive. After getting over the preliminary awkward phase of feeling like a misfit, Shweta had warmed up to office conversations. The information exchange-driven discussions were soon swapped with friendly banters, a skill she was glad to have acquired. However, the isolation time due to the pandemic took her back in her cocoon. With passing months, her need to talk started dwindling, and she was increasingly becoming comfortable with being cooped up inside her house, devoid of all social interactions. The forever well-dressed Shweta could now only be spotted in sweatpants and oversized tees while living the new normal of this quarantine time. Track pants with hoodies, cotton shorts, nightwear, etc. had traded her chic clothing that had been stacked in her closet for months. Within the first 3 months of the lockdown, Shweta had well adapted to the new routine, deprived of human interactions, and observed the social distancing norm to the T. But of late, Shweta has been tripping over the fact how effectively she has acclimatized herself to a life of isolation. She had become comfortable to a level where the thought of going back to the pre-COVID life was making her apprehensive. She knew once the restrictions are lifted, she'll have to resume her social life. She'll have to interact with others and participate in the varied social functions, which as of now she feels incapable of. And she wondered to herself, was it wrong for her to secretly desire for this lockdown to continue as long as possible? The Struggle series was a product of the pandemic, but its stories are universal. If this tale touched you, I would love to hear about it. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Stories by Preeti or email me at preeti@coloredchalk.in. For everything else, check out my website preetishah.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this show on the podcast app you love. We are available everywhere. Thank you for listening. Until next time.